It's
You. Again.
What do you want?
rules.
You know.
Jonas, where did you...
Is leave possible?
Wait, how did I get here? Is this another...
Riley? Riley, are you there? Riley, come in, Riley. Riley.
Who is this?
Riley? Where are you? Things jump.
I can barely hear you. You're going in and out.
Think they are. Dangerous. You there? You can't get back.
Who are you? Who is dangerous? Hello? Is anyone in here? All right. Well, no then. Is anyone up there? What is this thing? Excuse me, who are you?
Bury me. Where you can't see water.
Come in, Riley. If you're there, pick up, please. Riley? Answer, please. Over.
Yeah, I'm here. Hi. Hey.
Hey, hi! Thank God! I didn't know if you'd be in range. I'm Evelyn, an environmental researcher with the lab. Welcome to your first day on the job. I'm sure Leslie went over this stuff with you already during training and orientation, so forgive me if I repeat a few things. You're just gonna be planting transmitters along the coast to help us study anomalous frequencies. First of all, can you hear me okay? Over.
Yeah, I can hear you all right. Over.
Awesome. Leslie probably told you, we're an environmental group. Local governments will contract us to study the effects of deforestation or noise pollution. But my specific area of expertise is in strange or otherwise unique natural phenomena. Electrogravity, ion winds, stuff like that. Now, over the last few months, Kamina's been overrun with disruptions in the electromagnetic spectrum. These frequencies act like radio waves, but as far as we know, aren't. And they're messing with the town's comm equipment, TV stations, even air traffic signals. The transmitters you'll place will relay any signals back to us so we can study them. Got it? Over.
Okay. All right, that makes sense, I think. I think I remember doing something like this in a high school science class.
Yeah, it's a little weird, right? Hopefully this sort of thing is interesting to you. Your transmitters and climbing gear, for the rocky terrain, are being held with the very polite manager of the general store. Should be...
Hey, I thought they closed down the seafood place out here.
Oh, Seafood Sammy's. Yeah, that's... I think it's under health code probation or something. Anyways, Riley, where was I? Oh yeah, the equipment. Your transmitters and climbing gear, for the rocky terrain, are being held with the very polite manager of the general store. Should be right in the center of the harbor. Go get them and then call me back, okay? Oh, and before I forget, you have a walkie-talkie. You'll be using it to keep in contact with me and anyone else you need to chat with. Do you need me to go over the basics of how to use it?
I could actually use a refresher if you don't mind.
Not a problem, not a problem. So go ahead and look at your walkie. There are a lot of channels, as you can see. I'll always be on channel 7. So if you ever want to chat, just click over to that and say hi. But let's hop over to channel 5 so you can see it working.
Hey, Evelyn, I'm here. You there?
Perfect. I'm your night watch, so I'll be on all night unless I'm using the bathroom or taking a bug outside or something. All right, let's switch back to 7 so we're not crowding anyone else who could be using this channel. See you on 7.
Hey, Evelyn, I'm back on 7. Over.
Great. Hey, hi. So, everything about the walkie-talkie makes sense?
Makes total sense. You're a good teacher. Over.
Oh, thanks. I try to be. Well, nice to meet you, Riley, even if not in person yet. Let me know when you got your gear, okay? General store. Okay, over and out.
Tickets for the ferry to Edwards Island. Children under 7 must be accompanied by an adult. I wonder how many lonely 8-year-olds want to spend their weekends touring bird colonies. Huh, doesn't look like anyone's here. I should probably call Evelyn and let her know. What is this? A flyer? Learn about our free soul body health class. Luna has the power to heal. Join Parentage. Keep to the stars. Blood, moon, tide. Huh. Hey, Evelyn. Is there like another general store nearby? Because there's nobody here, so I don't know what to do. Over?
Ah, crud. Okay. You must have closed early. This isn't a deal breaker, though. Just head up the hill on your way to Camper Cave. Your partner, Jacob Summers, is having some car trouble, but he's got a transmitter you both can use for tonight. Over.
I'm sorry, but partner? If I'd known I was working with somebody, I might have remembered to put on deodorant.
Oh, it's fine. He's another contractor, Jacob Summers. We like to use a buddy system when people are in the field. You never know what could happen. People slip or get bit by snakes or... Sorry, Riley. One sec. That can't be right. Those readings don't make any sense.
Hey, Evelyn, is everything all right? Closed. Back Wednesday. Are you kidding?
Okay, Riley, pull out your map and I can explain how to use it. So, as you can see, there's a lot of land to cover, and a lot of it is inaccessible unless you have climbing gear. All those rocks and cliffs and crap are too dangerous without rope and anchors. But Jacob's still at Copper Creek Trail, northwest of where you're at right now. Take the road and you'll get there pretty quick. Also, by the way, your map has a lot of useful information. Don't be afraid to whip it out if you ever get lost or forget what you're doing. Okay, I'll call you later when you're with Jacob. Thanks, Riley. Over and out.
This building looks like Lewis and Clark could have slept here, but the, security's new. Maybe it's a meeting house now or something? Some of these postings are pretty old. God, $20 an hour for a babysitter? If she doesn't fly through the chimney with a school of singing penguins, that's a total ripoff.
Oh, crap. Right size.
Missing Lucy Pasterson, age 7, born 1979? This has been up for a while. Hope you ran away to California, kid.
No, it's not. Where the hell is that stupid kit?
Hey, sorry, but are you Jacob? Jacob Summers?
Oh, hey, yeah, I'm Jacob, which makes you, Riley? Evelyn let me know you were on the way. You kind of caught me in the middle of... This is embarrassing. I can't get my truck to start. Yeah, this was gonna be our ride around town for the job, but...
Oh God, don't be embarrassed. It's not your fault, right? Or maybe it is. You know it takes gasoline in the little hole over there, right?
Oh, that's what that meter with all the slashes means. Seriously, though, I have no idea. Can we try something real quick? The key's in the ignition. Could you just start up the engine real quick? I'm trying to see if it's the,
Sure, what the hell?
Oh, thanks. It's just, I don't know what the issue is. Oh, crap. Okay, turn it off. Back. Well, thanks. I won't even try to explain what happened. I can't even pretend.
Oof, sorry, dude, that sucks.
It's all right. She gave me 8 crappy years, which was more than I expected. Anyway, you helped me out. I think we can call time of death on this one.
Riley and Jacob, did you guys meet up yet? This is Evelyn. Over.
Oh,
Hey,
I
Evelyn. Yeah, you got Riley and Jacob here. Over.
Okay, great. Hi, Jake. Jake's great. He's a handyman regularly, but we were lucky to get his help with this. Your truck ready? You guys good to go? Jacob.
Give us a second here, Evelyn.
Maybe more than a second, to be honest. My truck's misbehaving. I think the engine's fried. Is our first transmitter point far? Over?
Kinda. It's Camber Cape. We want to try and get as much over-air traffic as we can.
I see now why you asked if I had an all-terrain vehicle.
Yeah, it's a lot easier with a ride, but
Wait, a bit of a climb? Like we're scaling a mountain or a really big hill or what?
it's more like a steep hike. You two are going to be planting transmitters all around Kamina. Jacob, you have transmitters, right?
Just one. Riley, I'm strapped for space, so, could you grab the transmitter? It's right there on the blanket.
Oh, okay. This thing? I think I have the space.
I promise I won't think of you as our pack mule.
Then why even say that?
Huh, neat.
One tonight and a few more tomorrow when the general store opens. Okay, guys, I feel good about this. Really. Jacob, Riley, have any questions? Before I finally get some dinner?
I don't think I have any questions, no?
All right, guys. Good luck. Let me know if you run into any trouble or have any future questions. I'll be on most of the night.
Thanks, Evelyn. Talk to you later.
All right, Evelyn. Thanks. Bye.
Riley, real quick before we go. You see that radio on my truck? Can you grab it? Sorry, but I kind of got my pockets full.
Yeah, sure thing.
Oh, thanks. Try it out. This far from town, we won't get the whole range, but I think we can get the local baseball game. Tune it to 93.7.
Yeah, okay. Just give me a sec.
93.7, the cheap seats. This is David Ratton.
I used to watch Crayfish games with my older brother like 20 years ago.
Still all tied up.
But thanks. It sounds great.
I'm sure the visiting Walla Walla anteaters are wondering.
Okay, by foot, Camber Cape is up this way.
I don't write this.
Shouldn't take too long. So, Evelyn, she's a little funny, right? She ran me through the job a week ago, and she's definitely a character.
Oh, funny? Like, how do you mean?
I don't even know. She's just... I mean, her voice has a thing to it, you know? She's a character. If I hear her at a train station or something, I'll immediately know that's Evelyn. Hey, this is a really stupid time to bring this up, but when I heard your name, Riley, I Well, do you remember junior year? Mrs. Elsmore's English class and PE fifth period. We went to high school together. I dated your friend, Patty. Peanut Butter Patty. We ran in different circles, but I just wanted you to know that I knew we knew each other. That's all. No biggie.
Yeah, no, of course. Good to see you.
Yeah, you too. So, hi, I'm Jacob. Nice to meet you. First day on the job topics. I'm what you call an independent contractor. You know, light fixtures, building a deck. But I signed up for this partly because of how weird everything's been. It's why I brought the radio, actually. Evelyn won't get into it, but you can tune into super strange stuff if you know how to find it.
Super strange stuff? Like more than just foreign stations bouncing off a satellite somewhere?
Yeah. Way more. It used to happen just on Edwards Island. It was a sort of inexplicable audiovisual phenomenon. Using any old radio, you could tune into physical objects. I'm curious if we'll get readings from the island.
Wait, what does tune into physical objects mean? I can't even picture what that could...
Yeah, it's hard to explain. When tuned to the right signal, a radio would sort of charge up stuff in the environment. It did make sense. I mean, people investigated it to no real determination or whatever. The effects, though, that radio effect, has kind of bled from the island to around here now. But I'm sorry, I'm just into this stuff. Super nerd techie. But I've been talking my head off ever since we've been. God, okay. What brought you back? Is it temporary, or just got homesick?
My dad isn't doing too great. I thought I should, just move back, you know, at least for a while. Be home to be close to him.
Oh, sorry. That's too bad. I didn't mean to bring up bad news, but that's really nice of you to come back. I mean, for him. I'm sure he appreciates it. Yeah, family's a thorny bush. And I've never said that before in my life.
Well, what's your story? Jacob the handyman? There's gotta be more than that, right?
To be perfectly honest, not much more. I'm a tinkerer. I like to tinker. Yeah, not in the supervillain way, but you know.
Wapiti Trail, day hiking and biking only, sunrise to sunset.
Wapiti means deer. Just in case you didn't know.
Oh, interesting.
Be careful around those logs. Sometimes it rains and stays slick overnight. But you seem okay.
You ever slip? Sounds like there's an anecdote there.
No. Well,
What's this?
oh, that? We have some off-color people living this far out from proper civilization. There's a group in town that performs, nature rituals. You'll see evidence of it dotted around. This could be them. Whew, this part's always a little tricky. wait up a minute. There's a bench over here. Can we just take a quick second? I just need to rest my feet. Sound like I'm 80, but...
Yeah, that's fine. We can take a minute. I could use the break, too.
Oh, thanks. Just till my toes stop throbbing. Turned out to be a really nice night.
Yeah, it is.
Feels honestly a little like tornado weather. Which they don't really happen in Oregon, you know? Maybe it's a sign.
Oregon only gets a tornado like once every 20 years.
Yeah, but when they come, watch out. All right. Thanks for the stop. Help me catch my breath. All right, we're getting close. Just over the crust, there should be a clear enough spot for the transmitter.
Hours, sunrise to sunset.
Used to be open till like 10, but someone spotted a bobcat a couple years back. Limited the hours.
Closed. Locked? And locked. Damn it. The hell do I do?
I don't know another way around. Maybe we should call Evelyn. Tell her we're at a bit of an impasse.
Hey, Evelyn, this thing is closed. Or locked. The way to the summit. Closes at sunset.
Okay, that's not ideal. See if you can, I don't know. Stupid small town crap. I'll bet the bars close at like 2:30 in the afternoon. We gotta get that thing placed up top, so, get creative. Over and out.
Looks like the lock's on the other side.
I'd say let me boost you over, but that barbed wire says otherwise. Sorry this turned into a bit of a headache. I totally forgot that they lock parts of the park up after hours.
I'd rather avoid tetanus, so no climbing this one.
Don't forget about MRSA.
What the hell is MRSA?
Oh, it's just another infection. Another kind of infection.
This or nothing.
Oh, well, that works too. It is a proper climb, though.
Coming with?
Mountaineering isn't exactly on my CV, so, knock yourself out there, champ. Figuratively.
Oh, come on, it's fun. Good challenge, you know?
I'll happily take your word for it. Come open up the gate after your topside?
Forgot how pretty it can be up here.
Riley, are you at the summit? Over.
Hey, Evelyn. Yeah, I'm at the summit. Over.
Ah, perfect. So, when you plant the transmitter, you'll need to adjust it manually a little. Just fiddle with the dish so it aligns with the signal. You'll know when it happens. Sounds good? Over.
Yeah, makes sense. Got it.
Great. Call me back if you get confused or anything. Over and out.
hey, you made it. Good job.
You doubted me?
Not for a moment. Awesome, thanks. Up we go. Well, you grew up here, right? You ever buy that story about Edwards Island? About the submarine that went down near Fort Milner? The USS Kanaloa?
Which story?
The USS Kanaloa was the only American submarine down in enemy combat in American waters. It happened right off the coast of Edwards Island. 1943, during World War II. But, you know, some people don't fully buy it.
Don't buy what? What do you mean? They think it's a lie?
Well, some people say it was friendly fire, that we accidentally bombed our own sub.
Well, when you say some people, are you one of those some people?
Yeah, I'm one of those some people,
Oh,
yeah.
hey, little animal burrow. That's cute, I guess.
I'd steer clear. Skunks are, you know, a thing. But yeah, about the submarine story. Sometimes things just aren't what they seem, you know? But you know, if you're willing to bend your brain a bit, there's always the other story.
Other? There's another story on top of us bombing our own soldiers?
Do you believe in ghosts?
Sure.
Some people, maybe even some people standing right next to you, think the crew members of the USS Kanaloa got lost on the way to the light, let's say.
I'm thoroughly creeped out now. Thanks.
I don't mean to give you goosebumps. I'm just trying to give you the back alley tour. it makes sense if the radio wave strangeness is coming from there, right? I mean, Edwards Island is a weird place. You go there and it's like your feet never really touch the ground. Couple that with an at least semi-questionable tale of maritime disaster, and you have yourself the recipe for a proper ghost story. Dunno. Your mileage may vary, I guess.
Look, I can believe it. I've seen crap that's hard to explain, impossible to explain even. It's a little weather-worn, but this is nice.
They used to have one of those coin-operated binocular things up here, but someone kept sticking gum over the eye holes. Really lost its luster. Oh, whoa. See that? Over Edwards Island. Oh, that storm cloud looks nuts. We don't usually get skies like this.
Oh, cool. A lightning storm or something like that?
Yeah, maybe. We might want to do this quick. Okay, so the transmitter needs to be adjusted manually. Just move the thingy till the it connects to a source frequency.
Yeah, to be honest, I really don't know what the hell I'm doing. Give me a second here.
I think you just have to point it so it catches the signal. Right?
Yeah, I'm trying. Just give it a sec here. Yeah, it's working great. I think. So what's next? This was our only transmitter for the night. Pack it in?
Let's actually call Evelyn real quick. Make sure they're getting the feed.
Hey, Evelyn. We did it. We planted the transmitter. Looks good on our end. Over.
Hey, Riley. Yeah, the readings just coming in now. There they are. The signal's clear. You guys did a great job. Oh, hold up 1 second. Okay. This is a little weird. Guys, tell me, what color is the little light blinking? No, I know. Just let me find out first.
Jesus! Wait, what is that? Do you see that over Edwards Island? Riley, do you know? Is this right?
Riley, what's going on? The readings are a little weird over here.
Riley, is this normal?
Something.
Riley, turn off the transmitter. It's
What?
Just turn
What's
it
she
off.
saying?
No! No! God, I can't believe this! Oh, the portal! Something's wrong with it! Oh, I was almost there!
What is that touching it? Is it lightning?
What?
Wait. There's someone here. Who is she?
She did something! Whatever she did, fried our antenna!
Mom, come on. You tell me all the time. Don't let the concerns of others concern you. Right?
Hey, where are we?
Wait, who are you?
Come in, Riley. If you're there, pick up, please. Riley, answer, please. Over.
Hey, wait, Evelyn. Didn't we already do this?
Sorry, can you hear me? The distortion might be futzing with this. I'm just glad the walkie's still kind of in range. I'm Evelyn, a new researcher with the lab like you. This is the start of my 4th week, actually. I'm by Oval Beach. It's about 20 miles out, but I can hear you okay, surprisingly. Can you hear me? Over.
Evelyn, I think something's wrong. Didn't this already all happen?
Didn't what already happen? Did Leslie give you the instructions? Or...
I think time went backwards, or just I went backwards in time, or...
Backwards in time, huh? This is your first day with us, right? And you just landed in Kamina.
I don't even really understand what I'm saying myself, Evelyn. Over.
It's okay, Riley. I'll... let's get through the instructions here, and maybe we can circle back. You're going to be, placing transmitters? That's the job. In your backpack, you'll find most of your equipment. Should be 4 transmitters and a test radio. Now, here's where I confess that I completely messed up and I totally forgot to pack your climbing gear. I'm choosing to blame the unforeseen hangover, but I express mailed it to the general store that's run by a very friendly manager who agreed to set it aside for you.
The general store's closed, Evelyn. I get there too late.
Ah, damn it. This isn't the right time.
Hey, what is going on?
Come in, Riley. If you're there, pick up, please. Riley, answer, please. Over.
Evelyn, there was some kid breaking into the general store.
Sorry, can you hear me? The distortion might be futzing with this. I'm just glad the walkie's still kind of...
But our antenna, it broke. They planted the beacon thing and it ruined everything. It got overworked. I'll have to repair it, rebuild it, or somehow.
Well, ruined.
Oh, it's her again. She keeps trying to.
What the hell just happened? Did I do something wrong? I mean, okay, clearly I did something wrong, but what? This definitely wasn't here before, right? Right. Jacob? Jacob, you around? Oh. Guess not. Maybe he's back at his truck? I gotta find him. This is going to be okay. The forest is the town of trees, where they live quite at ease, with their neighbors at their side, just as we in cities wide. I like that.
Ah, Christ!
Jesus! Good Lord, I'm sorry. You scared me. Whew. Gotta give my heart a second.
What are you doing in there?
Oh my God. Riley, I don't know what happened. Do you know what happened? We were planning the transmitter.
There was a... Oh, wait, there was a giant triangle in the sky above Edwards, right? Did that...
Yeah, that happened. Oh man. Are you okay? You seem alive, which is maybe more than I can say for myself right now.
I think I'm okay.
Yeah!
Hey, guys, are you there?
Oh, it's Evelyn. Jesus.
Maybe she has, like, any idea of what the hell is going on?
Yeah, here's hoping. Hey, Evelyn, we're here. Did you see or do you know anything about what happened out here? A bolt of lightning or something came out of the transmitter and it kind of knocked us out for a bit, but we somehow made it back to my truck. We don't know what happened. Do you? Over.
Oh, jeez, guys, I honestly don't think it was lightning. I don't have eyes over there, but the readings on our end are completely flipping out. You need to go back to Camber Cape and see what the transmitter is doing, right now.
Oh, really? Well, if you could see what's going on.
Okay, Evelyn, this is Riley. What do you need us to do?
You need to go back to the transmitter and tell me what it's doing, while we still have time.
Time to do what?
In time for us to figure out what's going on, before it gets any worse. I hate to ask you to do this, but it's very important you go back there and check it out.
Don't worry, Evelyn. We're up for it. We're here, aren't we?
Great.
Yeah, but we need assurances. Time and a half. And medical. In case our damn skin melts off.
I am sure we can cover expenses, Jacob. Just please double time it and get back to that transmitter. Thank you both so much. Really. Let me know when you get there. Over and out.
Here. The walkie I had near the transmitter died, so I assume yours did too.
This should work. Okay. Ready? Because I'm not sure I am.
Look, I know this really sucks what we're about to do, but I don't know what's going on. But it seems extremely bad is all I can muster right now. And we're the only ones out here that knows anything about it. So I feel like sometimes people are put in positions. When we're done with all of this, you should come back here. Like this area. Best sunset view in town. 5 crisp dollar bills in your pocket, you find a better one. But, you won't.
So noted. And I intend to collect Summers if it ain't up to snuff.
500 pennies, you have my word. Sunsets on Mars are blue. Did you know that? Something about the dust in the atmosphere? Blue Martian sunset. Saw it on a nature show. Because, you know, technically, outer space is part of nature.
Like sky blue? Or, blue M&M blue?
More of a darky, cobalty blue, if you know what that is. Like a faded, metallic blue. I'm kind of jealous, you know? I mean, I'm totally down with Earthlian sunsets. No complaints. But, I don't know. Makes you wonder what else is out there. And how much of it we'll never get to see. Maybe that's just me. But maybe it ain't.
What color's the sunset on Uranus?
The second the S in Mars slipped my lips, I freaking knew that joke or something in that joke's orbit was coming. And to that I say, bravo, maestro. Oh, sorry, wait. We have to...
Whenever you cross a bridge, you have to spit over the side. It's good luck.
Well, there.
Okay.
Wait.
Violet,
Listen.
you there?
That's...
Their transmitter knocked everything out of whack. The reverberation.
Hey, we can hear you, you know. This isn't a secure line. Over.
Oh no, Riley.
It's you. You know, they did mention something about a stranger coming with a shield she thinks is a sword. I didn't think it'd be a 45-year-old with a transmitter, but I guess that's my fault for assuming things.
Who am I speaking with?
Oh, you're a little behind on the 8-ball, aren't you? Charlie, are you still there?
Yeah.
Head to the ranger station. You can get the receiver there. We need it to fix the antenna, okay? Oh, and Riley Poverly, right? How's the new job? You like it? Is it working now?
Okay, haha. How do you know that I got a new job?
Because they never lie to me. Watch for the stars. They will be your guide. Over and out.
That doesn't sound good. They sound young.
You have any idea who they could be?
I don't know. One of them sounds familiar, but I'm not sure yet. Let's just hurry up and see what the transmitter's doing. Come on!
What the hell could... Why is it doing this?
I have no earthly idea, Riley, but we can figure that out when we stop it. Crap, okay, this looks very volatile. It's affecting something over Edwards Island. You see that? What the hell is that? That giant thing in the sky. That's a huge light show.
It's like lightning, but different colors? I've seen pictures of Aurora Borealis, but this is like the souped-up version.
Riley, this is gonna sound... I don't know, but this is all... I've heard about this. Someone told me this was possible years ago. No one really believed her, but she knew. Even 30, 40 years ago, she knew.
Jacob, do you know something that I don't? Or...
Wait, Riley, do you hear that? There's...
hear what?
You don't hear that? It sounds like... It sounds like... Kids.
Jacob? Jacob, can you hear me? Jacob! Oh, I can't believe this. Jacob! What is that noise? I'm not leaving you, Jacob. Just stay with me. But I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Jacob! Oh, God. Just hold on.
Remember your name and address, and telephone number.
Number 2.
And if someday you lose your way, you know just what to do.
Right.
Kid.
Wait, who is this?
Marco.
Hey, you hear what I said? Miss? Bar's closing. Gotta go home. Hey! Anyone know her? Anyone friends with this woman? Anyone? Do I have to? No?
How'd I get here?
How'd you get here? How are you getting home? That's what we're... Hey, wait, buddy. You were talking to her earlier.
The fortress. Always make your mess.
Spilling everything everywhere.
What are you? Is this...
Are lost.
We are lost.
And will pay. What is your
To be found again.
Jacob! Man, I am Happy you're alive.
Are
Just kinda
we
touch
in-
and go there for a minute.
This is Garland? God, this is crazy. The time glitches, the jumping around. Riley, I think I might know what's going on. But first, let's get the hell out of here.
Oh, looks like a climbing anchor. Well, I won't be able to use this unless I get some rope somewhere. Hey, Evelyn, I'm in Garland. Can you hear me? Over.
Yeah, this is Evelyn. I'm at work. Who's this? Over.
This is Riley. I've been talking to you all night. Over.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know Riley. And don't call Maritime Emergency Dispatch unless you have a real emergency. Over and out.
Evelyn, you there? Over. Oh, I don't think we can get through. Look, I think I know what might be going on, but it's going to take some explaining. My cottage is just up the way here. I might have something that could help. It's not very far.
You live in a cabin? Like a log cabin?
Well, I say cottage, but yeah, it's been in my family for a while. We were one of the few allowed to build on the land. It's technically part of the park. Anyways, I took this job because I've been into this stuff ever since I was young, and I'm not just randomly into radio technology. I mean, I know what transmitters are for a reason. When I was a kid, there was this older lady who lived in town. Well, she lived on Edwards Island, really, but she got her groceries and stuff in town. She studied this stuff. Weird frequencies, signals. She had lots of theories no one believed, or would believe. When we were kids, we were kind of friends, and I have a lot of her journals still. I know she wrote about something like this.
The cabin's just up this way. Not that it's gonna wow your socks off or anything, but I like to explain to people that I inherited it. Yeah, just so you don't think. It's not like this is my beach house or anything. My parents had me and my brother old and both died in our 20s.
So you share it with your brother?
Yeah, technically, but he's never really around. The cabin and the money left me in my parents' will means that I have to work, but it's not like a huge deal, basically. I used to worry this made me a boring person.
I'm compelled to remind you that this place was an inheritance. I'm not a secret billionaire. Just look at my shoes.
I like it. It's like if a tree fork could grow up.
Hey, thanks. I try to keep it shipshape.
All the stuff that we need is inside. Should just take a minute. I know exactly where it is.
Oh, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it.
Problem?
Kind of, yes. The door is locked, which it should be. The keys, however, are not where they should be. I can picture it. They're in the kitchen drawer. I was moving things around this morning, and I forgot to put them back in my pants.
Hey, it happens.
I watched a video on how to pick locks. I think I remember the host's hair color. Yeah, I'll tool around with it for a bit, and if push comes, I'll just unscrew the damn thing.
Long shot, but you got your garage door opener on you?
Believe it or not a usual pocket suspect. Sorry. Did that? No. Okay. Maybe? No.
Swell. Almost there. Rats. Damn it.
Nope.
Doesn't look like he cleans the gutters much. Maybe he plans to.
Really?
Why am I not surprised? I need to get up there.
This is going to take a while.
This should reach the window.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Encyclopedia Brown, a biography of Guglielmo Marconi, I don't know who that is, and an 8th grade science textbook. Jacob, you are a man of interesting tastes. Oh. Not bad for an amateur. Oh, his brother. Didn't think they'd be twins. Hello?
Better 3 hours too soon than a minute too late. Though waiting be hell, I am to wait. Better 3 hours too soon than a minute too late.
Okay, weird. Oh god, I could go for a pizza right now.
Thanks. How'd you get in?
You left your upstairs window open. I used your ladder.
I left that open again. God. I'm gonna find a barn owl in there chewing on my pillow one of these days.
The journal should be just over here. I know there was one where she talked about gates. Windows to perpendicular spaces.
I know it's in here. Just, hang on.
You got a really weird phone call a minute ago. If it was a prank, I definitely didn't get the joke.
Oh, really? What'd they say? Or was it just like a recording or something? You want a boat, just send us $5,000.
It was kind of creepy, to be honest. It's hard to even say why.
Huh. Well, probably a wrong number.
Oh, wait. Hang on.
Oh, this is it. One of the journals that belonged to Maggie Adler. She was stationed at Fort Milner, right here on the coast, when the submarine crashed. She said it was a mistake. The whole thing had an experimental engine or something. And that when it blew up, something happened to the reactor. It split the crewmen from our reality, forced them in between time, in between dimensional planes. They were gone, but not really.
Are they still out there or wherever?
Maybe? I used to pick up radio signals that sounded, you know, sailory, but it's been a few years. Maggie did all these experiments and research in the last half of her life. She discovered radio waves can reach through planes of existence. It can affect the past and the future. But, I mean, you know, without hard proof, without the knowledge of the inciting incident, no one, really except me, believed her. I mean, not that I, blame them. I mean,
Okay. Okay, I think I buy this as much as any other plausible enough sounding explanation.
just look. This one, she told me about ghosts, about people she cared about. A woman named Anna that died to one of those things. She called them gates. And I think that big triangle thing in the sky is one of them. I could barely understand what she was talking about. I was just a kid,
How did our friend Anna die?
She didn't really get into the details, just that during an experiment, something went wrong. Miss Adler said she spoke through a portal, or a gateway, or whatever, to a Sergeant Griffin years after he died. He was on the USS Kanaloa, stuck in time. These were my versions of campfire stories, I guess.
So, those scary translucent things that, I don't want to call them this, but I will. The ghosts, those things are them? The crew of the Kanaloa?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, maybe they're completely different interdimensional beings. How would I know? But just wait, there's more here. What we need is this guy. Yeah, here it is. She writes,
Jacob, come on! What'd she say?
Oh, yeah, sorry. She says that harmonizing electromagnetic waves emitted towards a gate could successfully diffuse its source signal. See? So this is what I thought when the transmitter went crazy. That first one was diffusing the signal and starting to cancel out the gate. So, transmitters can diffuse the source signal. We can use them to stop it, based on what Maggie thinks at least.
I'm just gonna assume this is a good thing you just said.
That's a very good assumption to make. Not always the case, but right now, yes. We can use the transmitter's frequency to cancel out the portal, which is definitely what we want to do, because Maggie says, she wrote here, that gates or portals, whatever you want to call them, can, in theory, destabilize the properties of our current existence. Which doesn't sound good. Man.
But aren't we out of transmitters? How would we do this?
The general store's holding our transmitters, right? And climbing gear? Because if that's the case...
They should? At least that's what Evelyn said.
So I know the owner, and I know where the key is, so that's no problem. After that, we'll have to put another 3 transmitters to triangulate the right harmonic frequency. The math dictates they have to be roughly equidistant and at the same height. So for us, that means a clear view of Edwards Island to compete with the signal traffic and get through to the other side of the harbor. After that, it should work.
Sounds like something that makes just enough sense that I'll go along with it until it doesn't work.
That's about the level of confidence I'm at, too. Okay. Okay. Let's get back to the general store, get those transmitters in gear. I just hope we're right.
Riley, are you there? Pick up right now! Over!
Oh, it's Evelyn. We should...
Hey, Evelyn, do you, see or, know how insane this is getting? Over?
Riley, thank God! Okay, you're okay. Everything's okay. Okay, that's good. The readings we're getting on our end here look really bad. We just know, based on these figures, there's something electromagnetic that's building in intensity.
Evelyn, hey, it's Jacob. Yeah, we know it's bad and getting worse, but we figured out that if we use the transmitters to nullify the bad frequencies, it can diffuse them completely.
You figured it out? Figured it out how? Over!
We figured it out with the power of science. And, Jacob's knowledge of all this stuff.
Just don't worry, we know what to do. The transmitters will act as a net. It would be like the old radio towers. The geography's bend is like a natural amplifier. All we'd have to do is just place them high above sea level and it'll knock out the signal that's screwing everything up.
Actually, that might work. And the stuff you need is just sitting at the general store right now.
That's not a big deal. That's Fred Hollinger's place. He's a buddy of mine. He keeps a spare key to the front door behind the back doormat.
Hey, and I was gonna suggest just throwing a brick through the window. But this is better.
Thank God for small towns.
Alright, I got a lot of stuff to get ready over here. Good luck, guys. Godspeed. Over and out. Oh, and Jacob, sorry, I forgot. Did you ever find Athena?
Oh, no. Not yet.
You know, I'm sure she'll turn up soon. Country dogs can handle anything, you know?
Yeah. Thanks for checking. Over and out. Sorry, my dog, Athena, got out last night. She goes on walks by herself all the time, but this is the first time she hasn't come back right away.